I wasn't scheduled to talk to you all until Saturday, but I've had a situation that I want to address, and y'all deserve to know, and I want to be upfront with you all about it because y'all do a really good job covering us. So late Tuesday, end of the day, I learned that Akheem Mesidor was going to enter the transfer portal, and candidly was surprised, and I would even say very surprised. Every college program in the country is dealing with some kind of loss due to the portal. We've had our share. Y'all have documented those fairly. In some of our cases, it was the best interest of both parties. In some of our cases, I preferred for them to stay, but really understood the reasoning. In this one, and I'll say this too, most of the time you really sensed them coming, right? Change of behavior, but not this one. And I think it's important. Like, Akheem's a great kid. He's a great player. He's a great kid. He was excelling in the classroom and on the football field, performing at a high rate academically. I love Akheem Mesidor. I love the kid. And so I'm not angry about it. I'm not upset. I think that the best emotion that I would use, and these are probably words that football coaches aren't supposed to use, would be hurt, or maybe just sad. And I would say personally, I hurt because of the investment, and more so just the relationship, really close to him. You talk about a year recruiting, 2 years in the program, and I hurt for Coach Leslie, and for Coach Jackson as well. Akheem worked extremely hard. Akheem's talented, but those two really helped him go from a guy that was really a three-star recruit that had a lot of potential to a kid that was a freshman All-American, was a All Big 12 player, and I hurt for them. I hurt for his teammates. The D-line room was probably our closest position room that we've had over the last 2 years, and they're disappointed. They're hurt, and I think the probably the hard thing for me is just like how quick it happens. He was at practice, in meetings, even as late as Tuesday afternoon. And so, in many ways I hurt for Akheem too, just because I don't think he's making a good long-term decision. But, in today's college football world, these men are surrounded by so much noise, and pulled in so many different directions that it's hard to decipher, right and wrong sometimes. And there are things that are going on in our profession that aren't good, and they shouldn't be out there, but they are. And I think you all know that. I'm not bitter. I don't sit here today, after thinking about this for, last day and a half or so. I'm not bitter. I'm not down on the transfer portal. I'm not down on college football, the direction. I'm not down on the profession. And I wish Akheem the best. But probably sad and hurt. That's probably their words. And so, I haven't had a whole lot of sleep. But so when you don't sleep, I don't know if I speak for everyone, but when you don't sleep, you have a lot of time to really think, right? And so I know as soon as y'all hit those buttons and it goes into the social media and y'all are doing your job, and I understand it, that there's going to be all this negativity. And what I'll say here, okay, and this is like I said, after having some thought, not upset, not angry, but I sit here more resolute, more confident and more committed in my beliefs on how to run a program than I've ever been. And here's what I believe. I believe in pouring into the student athletes. Like, I believe in going all in. I believe in building an infrastructure and surrounding them with support staff that pours into them, serves, develops them, create a culture of accountability. And here's the thing, like, there's going to be some days that are tough, like the last day and a half, where you lose some guys that you're really, really invested in. But I believe if you do it that way, all right, there's going to be a lot more success stories than there are ones that go away. And I believe that with every ounce of my being. And I think this is important too. And I want our fans to understand, like, I believe in the young men in our program. We've had 5 practices here. It's the best. It's the most excitement we've had. It's the most competitiveness. We've had different college coaches here talking about how well our guys are practicing. And my staff and I are really excited about these guys and what the work they put in over the last 8 weeks of winter and through 2 weeks of spring ball. And, like, we've got to add some pieces. Like, I think that's important. And we will add pieces between now and the fall. We're off to a great start in the 23 recruiting class. I feel very confident, and we're going to have some good news here in the weeks to come. I feel very, very confident the 23 class will be the best one we signed here. And so when I say this, like, the best is yet to come, like, I believe that. And the last thing I think that I want to say, and we'll take questions on this. I just wanted to make you all aware of the situation. I'll take questions on Saturday. But the last thing that I want to kind of leave with is this. Like, in 154 days, that's what it is. All right, we've got the countdown. Y'all seen that. In 154 days, we're going to line up in Hinesfield and we're going to play. We're going to go out there with a damn good football team. We're going to go out there with a group of guys that believe and that are committed, all right, to this university and this state. And they're going to play their ass off for the name on the front and the name on the back. And they're excited to show you. And so I wanted to make you all aware. And like I said, we can talk more about it on Saturday. All right, thanks.